welcome to day 3 of our 5-day training, 5 days of total body turn on. And today we are going to talk all about desires. Uh, One of my personal favorite subjects, and also one of those things where it's like, what exactly is a desire? And when you speak of desire, like in what context are we speaking about desires? Are we talking about like personal desires of like wanting a new car, a new house, a new job, sexual desires of like I want to have deeper intimacy with my partner, I want to practice more self-love and self-pleasure, or just like everyday mundane desires, like I desire a donut or a hot dog or what have you. And I'm here to say all of your desires matter. All of your desires count, whether they're from the personal to the sexual to the mundane. All of them are welcomed. So, we're going to talk about, well, how do you know what you truly desire? um, which I have struggled with. Me personally in the past have always wondered like, well, what is it I really really want? Like what do I really really want to create in my life? And also sometimes why? Why do I want to create it? Um I don't always ask myself that question, but I do feel like it's a part of the process. Like it's an important part of the process of asking, like, why is it I want this? And if I get it, how will I feel? Will I feel excited? Will I feel elated? Will I feel like, oh, womp womp, that's not what I really wanted? So today we're going to discuss not only how to know like what you desire, but how to follow your innate wisdom around your desires. Listening to your body's signal. Your body is constantly talking to you about like yes, no, you know, I want more of this, I want less of this. Our bodies are constantly sending us signals, and a lot of times we don't listen or we override the signal because we think, like, well, I should actually want this. And then we get it and we're like, oh, actually, I wanted this other thing. And our bodies was probably like screaming at us, telling us, like, come on, I know what you want. Why won't you listen to me? So we'll discuss about like how do you listen to those body signals? What do those body signals feel like? And how do they show up in our bodies on a daily basis? And then we'll talk about how to give yourself permission to want what you want. I learned this working with a coach, a wonderful sex doula. She's amazing. She works with sexuality and like desires and pleasure. And one of the most profound things that she taught me was giving myself permission to want what I want. And so, yeah, those are the things that we're going to be discussing on today's training. Super excited. And yeah, let's dive in. So, allowing our innate wisdom to guide us in our desires. So, a lot of times we'll find ourselves in life, especially if you're a person who wants a lot of things for yourself, whether it's abundance, financial security, health, partnership, friendship, all these things. And a lot of times we don't follow the innate wisdom inside of us to let us know, like, I'm getting closer to something that I want, I'm getting closer to a desire. I'm getting closer to creating a life that I'm super excited about, a life that I love. And we have a tendency to follow what we think we want or what we think we should want, especially on society's, what society says. Like, the dream, the like the life dream. In my head, I'm from America, so I think about like the American dream. Like, what does the American dream look like? And it's always been like two kids in a house with a picket fence, but that might not be your dream, right? And so, in these moments, it's so important as you start to create your life, as you start to focus on what's next, to really tune in and get quiet and really ask yourself, like, okay, what is it I want? What is it that I truly, truly want? And like, don't worry about how to get it. Don't worry about like the steps, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps that you need to take in order for this to come into fruition. Don't think about like the people who are going to help you or not help you or be in your way or what have you. Don't think about that. Just sit with the idea itself of desire, of what is it that I'm trying to create? What is it do I want in my life right now? And when you get quiet, you start to connect with something deeper. You start to connect with a deeper part of you that has been trying to talk to you for a really long time. So it might take a few times of sitting and writing this question down in your journal, of meditating on it. Like, what is it that I really want? You might think that you want this like 6-figure job, working really hard for a corporation. And when you sit down and get really quiet, your innate wisdom, your wisdom of your body, might say, oh, actually, I want to take some time off. Or I actually just want, you know, a job that allows a lot of flexibility, and you write down all of the things that you really really want, and it may not look like working for a corporation for 6 figures. So I actually did this. I was working a job I was super unhappy at, and I wrote down everything that I wanted, from a job, from boss to coworkers, to the mission, to products that they were creating. I wrote down everything, and it took some time because I had to really get clear about what I really wanted and not what I thought I should want or what I think I should have. It was really clear of like, no, I want this. And then I left it alone. And kid you not, I created everything on my list. I created a job of where I respect and love the people that I work with. I created a job that had so much purpose, and a mission that I really believed in. I created a job that was flexible. I could work from home. It was absolutely amazing what I was able to create. And it really took me to sit down and really think about it from like a deep place of my own wisdom, to come up with that list, and then to be able to surrender it and let it go, and all the pieces start to come together. And sometimes you don't see those pieces coming together as they come together. It's more of like a hindsight thing, and you're like, oh wow, this was for my higher good. This was in alignment with everything that I went through was totally in alignment, in creating what I truly desired. But the first step is getting quiet enough to really know what it is you truly desire. Now, listening to your body signals, that's another big step, because your body, like I said, is constantly sending you signals, constantly telling you like, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no. And as I start to listen more and more to my body, the more I realized that if it was like it was a no. And if it was like a yes, 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 it was obviously a yes. But we have a tendency to get in our head and not in our bodies, and to override what our bodies are trying to tell us. And our body might be saying, yes, 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 you, let's see, like this romantic partner is like what I've been looking for. Like this is the person that I truly desire, and like I've been waiting, and this is what I want out of a relationship. And your mind might be like, oh, but if he or she doesn't have X, Y, and Z, or they don't have all these other things that they should have in order for me to be in a relationship with them, in order for me to be in a partnership with them. And meanwhile, your body's like, no, no, like this is it. Like this is what you've been looking for. And you keep overriding it with your mind, overriding it with your mind. And then you might look up and be like asking questions of, well, I can never find the partner that I really, really, truly want. But like, what part of you are you truly listening to? What part of you are you listening to, and why? Are you listening to your mind and what it has to say because it's safe and it's like the easy thing to do, and like it's the known, and you're like, I think this is like what I want? Or are you really listening to the yes in your body, the signals, like um the signal, like, and you get to choose what a yes feels like. For me, a yes is like, I feel it in my heart, I feel it in my solar plexus, I feel it in my womb. And it's like it just starts here and just feels like this energy that I can't ignore, and it is a clear yes. Even if I'm scared, even if my brain kicks in and is like, what the hell are you talking about, this can't possibly be a yes. Anytime it is my heart and my solar plexus, my womb, that just like connect together, I know that it's a yes. And sometimes it's such a huge yes that it just overrides my mind and my brain and my rational thinking, and it's just like, no, this is what we're doing. And there have been times where I actually have ignored it, and unfortunately, I'd be like, oh, I should have listened to my body. It was totally right. Why didn't I listen to that yes that was so clear? Or why did I listen to that no that was so, so clear? So, again, this kind of also connects to our first day of like creating a connection with your body. Because if you don't have a connection with your body, if you don't do some kind of body meditation or quieting of the mind, and you connect, like full on body connect, it is going to be hard to really listen and have discernment between like your yes and your no signal. And again, it's not impossible. It just takes practice. It just takes vigilance, attention, and intention. And the more that you do it, the more that you tap into your body, the more that you listen to your body, the more that you slow down, is one of the biggest keys, is slowing down and like really listening to your body. It becomes easier and easier and easier, and you can all like you will get to the point where you can make like choices on a dime. Like you can be, and it could be like, oh, what am I in the mood for? Like, what kind of ice cream am I in the mood for? And you can tap into your body and be like, oh, I want like the vanilla with hot fudge, or ooh, I want the mint chocolate chip, or whatever. Or it could be something as important, like, should I move to this new city for this job, or should I just stay here? Or should I stay with my partner? Or is it time for me to, close our relationship container? Again, it can be used from the simple to the most complex situation that you find yourself in. And of course, we're like skimming through it, and you're probably like, but how? And the one thing that I can offer you in this training that I feel is like most of value is to really start by connecting with your body, connecting with your body, getting quiet with your body, getting silent with your body, and doing a body meditation of scanning your body, listening to the sensations that come up, and really just allowing yourself to to be uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable to be in the body sometimes, because a lot of the times we don't want to be in the body because it creates sensations that we would much rather ignore. But little do we know that those sensations are valuable information that could really guide us in making choices in every situation in our life. So that brings me to my next one of wanting what you want, giving yourself permission to want what you want. If you want to make a shit ton of money, that is okay. If that is your deepest, truest desire and you feel like it's in full alignment with who you are, what you're creating in your life, where you're going, and it's in alignment with your highest vision of yourself and your life, go for it. If it is for you to be to travel, to be a stay-at-home mom, to be a stay-at-home dad, to be a writer, a singer, like whatever. Or even it could be as simple as like, I really want, back to the spa days, but I really want to drop some money on like a dope spa day. Or like, I really want to treat myself to like this really delicious fancy dinner with my friends. If that is your deepest desire, if that is in alignment with like your highest vision of yourself, go for it. Give yourself permission to want what you want, because the moment that you don't, you start to fight with yourself. You start to reason with yourself, and you will all when you start to reason with yourself, you will always find yourself in a place of, well, next time. Or you'll always find yourself in a place of like, well, that's really not for me. Like, that's not really what I want. When deep down inside, it's like, I really, really want that. And you just create like inner conflict, an inner conflict that is so unnecessary. But yet we do it every day, right? Like, we have the conversation of, oh, I really want a bowl of ice cream. Back to ice cream. I love ice cream, by the way. But back to like, I want a bowl of ice cream. And you reason with yourself of why you shouldn't have a bowl of ice cream, but it is in desire of like treating yourself to a bowl of pleasure. Like, you just want to like, oh, you want some pleasure through some ice cream. But like, then it's like, oh, how many calories? Or like, I shouldn't be eating this. Or I had ice cream 2 days ago. Who cares? If your deepest desire is to have a bowl of ice cream, give yourself permission to want what you want. If your deepest desire is to be in partnership, give yourself permission to want what you want. If your deepest desire is to not be in partnership and to, you know, explore sexual bliss with as many people as you desire, hey, go for it. Give yourself permission to want what you want. It is okay. And this runs the gamut of like the most simple pleasures in life all the way to the most complex pleasures in life of oh, I desire to be in like an open relationship because I feel like that is in true alignment of what I want for my life right now and what I want to experience in partnership. Go for it. Give yourself permission to want what you want. And the more that you're in less conflict, the more that you're able to drop down into your body and listen to your body, the more that you're able to listen more and more to your innate wisdom, and the more that you're able to discover your heart's desires. Oh, I love it when it all connects together. So, I hope you enjoyed this training. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to reclaim yourself as a sexual being. So, we kind of been touching on like sex and like sexual desires and like pleasures, not really, but I really wanted to kind of create the stepping stones to get to reclaiming ourselves as sexual beings. Like, it's a in my experience, it's kind of like this like this not a wave, but like this beautiful process of getting connected to your body, understanding pleasure, like even on the most simplistic level, and then also understanding your heart desires to get to the place where you can start to finally practice stepping into your sexual delicious wholeness. So tomorrow, that's what we'll be exploring. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time.